Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, epidemiologist, biostatistician, faculty member. And in this segment, I'm going to be going over a paper that was recently published about the interactive effect of food insecurity and stroke on the risk of all-cause mortality. And this was conducted between 2015 and 2018 with a follow-up to December 31, 2019. So let's go ahead and get started. This was this is a paper that that me and my colleagues published, and because this is about senior citizens, which happens to be this week, I wanted to provide this video for everyone. Um, so what we found here, here's the abstract, and in the abstract, what we found here is that stroke continues, even though we looked at 20 years and older. Of course, stroke survivors are are seniors for the most part, and so we found that when you have both food insecurity and stroke, they're more likely to die than people that have either food insecurity alone or stroke alone. And the and this was 4 times as likely when you have both. So this is a very important finding, and of course, again, this is among senior citizens, although the age group was 20 years and older. So we started with the definition with the Food Agriculture Organization defining food security as when all people at all times have physical, social, and economic access to sufficient, safe, and so this is food security. So is security is when all people at all times have physical, social, and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy life. And so this definition is very important because then based on this, then you know what food insecurity is, um, and the Food Agriculture Organization kind of takes this seriously. Governor Wolf within Pennsylvania provided a lot of emphasis on food insecurity. Also, when we went to food banks, there was a lot of talk on food insecurity. But this is the first time we were able to conduct an analysis and provide that when you have food insecurity and relating that to physical health. Typically social health is not connected with physical health and and food insecurity, but this is what was novel about our study. I urge you to look up this article. All you have to do is look at food insecurity stroke, and this paper will pop up. So the presence of social maladies makes the individual more vulnerable to the effects of chronic kidney disease and chronic kidney and stroke. So this is the website that you can access to take a look at the NHANES data set, and we had to combine cycles, 2 cycles of the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey. I urge you to look at this data set too, because there's plenty of data that shows that. Another novel equation that was used is the CKD-EPI equation. I used to use the Cockcroft-Gault equation for CKD, but now we're using chronic kidney disease epidemiology collaboration equation. And here's the equation. So if any of you think that this is more appropriate, then you should be using this. And females and males have different definitions of chronic kidney disease. So I wanted to show you how stroke is, what the difference is between stroke and, as you can see, food insecurity was significantly associated in chi-square to stroke. So 24% who had stroke and food insecurity, who had food insecurity and stroke, were significant versus among people without stroke at 16.0 percentage. So again, this is statistically significant. I wanted to show you graphically, visually, some of this going on. So this is the Kaplan-Meier curve, and this shows that people that have food insecurity and stroke, as shown in the yellow line, have more mortality than people that had either one. So pictures are worth 1,000 words. Sometimes the reading research becomes cumbersome. So just look at the main findings and see what you think, and make your own conclusions. I hope this has made some sense. Thank you for listening.